Thank you for stopping by. It's the end of July. It's very hot in Houston, Texas. However, there are lots of things you can do to your garden right now. Number one, planting seeds in seeding trays. There are some vegetables that are benefit by planting seeds in seeding trays early to have an early harvest before the frost comes. These are the seeds: broccoli, for example, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, beets, kohlrabi, especially kohlrabi, turnips, and the corn, squash, zucchini, Chinese asparagus lettuce. Start seeds in seeding trays are easier to manage, especially this type of crops. By the time September comes, you can transplant them to your garden when your garden is ready. Be sure to plant some herbs too. Number two, save seeds from your garden if necessary, such as this is a basil. So those seeds are ready. Lots of seeds will drop to your garden. However, you can save some seeds too. See, all those seeds, I like them, so I save my own seeds for next year. And also, to prepare for your fall garden, check your inventory. You might need more seeds. For example, later on in September, October, you want directly sow in your garden. You need seeds such as spinach. You can check your seeds to see what seeds you need to buy for the fall garden. There are lots of crops you can grow in fall garden. For example, green leaves like spinach, arugula, Swiss chard, collard green, mustard, bok choy, choy sum, lap cabbage, Chinese celery, leek, daikon, etc. If you order seeds online, sometimes it takes time for seeds to arrive. Sometimes for certain seeds, it takes about 7 to 14 days to arrive. Some seeds maybe take 1 day to arrive. So it's better to have your seeds early. And for the garlic, you can buy garlic in store. But this year, I want to order my garlic online. I want to plant hard leg garlic this year to produce scapes. So I'm excited to order garlic. So if you want to have a nice fall garden, now it's time to check your seeds to see what seeds you need to buy, what seeds you need to order online or go to store. Here are some seeds I sowed it 3 days ago, and they have germinated already. It's easy to sow in seeding trays, easy to handle, and easy to take care of them. So these seeds are broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and beets, Chinese asparagus lettuce, and turnips. And you can see this is a little beets. They're coming out already. I want to have an early harvest. So that's why I started them in seeding trays. And look at this tomatoes. I will plant some tomatoes this year for the fall harvest. And I planted them in succession. And there are some even smaller ones here. I sowed them in different dates. Number three you can do to your garden is check your fertilizers and try to search for organic good fertilizers for your crops. Soil like cow manure, compost to add to your soil. Number four, clean up your garden. Get rid of plants that don't do well or dying, and compost your plants that are healthy, and throw away plants that are infected by disease. By the way, when you clean up your garden, make sure to check around your garden first for red wasps. This year, I have stung by red wasps twice this summer. It happened a few days ago. Today is like a fourth day. My right arm is still swollen. My hand was swollen like like gloves filled with water inside. and all this almond was swollen, and I wear 2 layers of clothing, and the red wasps still all come on me, and they stung on my belly, and on my hand. I wear a thick gloves, and the wasps still get into me. So you make sure, check around to see if there are wasp-less. If they are, remove them before you just jump into your garden to clean up your garden, and they just come nowhere, get into you. By the time you notice they stung to you, it's too late. You know, it's expensive to go to emergency room when you stung by wasp. I stung by wasp, then next day morning I really felt bad, so I thought maybe I should go to emergency room. I went to the emergency room, fill out the form. Then I asked them how much should I pay for copay. They told me 300. I said, no way, 300 is too much. So I walked away. Then I went to urgent care. Then urgent care said, okay, you fill out the form. I have to check with your insurance. You call your insurance. Then we will know how much you have to pay for copay, for insurance pay. So I thought, wow, that's a lot too. So I ended up, my husband bought Benadryl and Benadryl cream, Benadryl pill for me to take. I feel much better today. Today's third day. So just make sure there are no red wasps or yellow wasps in your garden. Take care of yourself is number 1. Number 5, start making your own compost. Look at this compost. This compost is made of kitchen leftover and the grass clipping and some yellow old leaves from trees. Look here. They look great. They are almost ready. These are natural fertilizer for the garden. This garden will be used 2 months later, like end of September or October. So I start to prepare this garden by burying the kitchen leftovers, coffee ground, eggshell, winter melon skin, sometimes apple skin, and other varieties of kitchen leftover to bury in. I dig the hole in this garden, then to bury the kitchen leftovers too, and plus all the leaves. You can see. So I just bury some here, including each hole has some kitchen leftover. Then you want to have some old leaves. Don't bury too much because you want them to decompose quickly. So thin level of leaves to cover the compost. Then bury with the dirt. Then you water them almost every day. In this summer hot heat, and compost quickly. This way, by the time you plant in October or September, you don't need to fertilize this garden anymore. This is all natural, organic. Bury the compost with the soil. That's it. Very simple and easy. I have lots of kitchen compost, so there are some more hole here, and you can bury as well. Some old leaves, this covered with a thin layer of leaves. Make sure keep the soil wet, so this way your kitchen leftover and leaves are easy to decompose quickly. Number 6, you can always plant some bok choy in areas that receive some shade. I planted this bok choy about 2 weeks ago. Second crops of cucumber, second crops of amaranth. I planted the amaranth about 2 weeks ago as well. They grow, but they look like they need fertilizer. And water spinach. If you have more time, you can experiment just for fun. Number 7, upgrade your garden beds if necessary. My garden beds were made wooden frame. After 6 years later, some wood began to rot and attract ants. Therefore, we replaced the wooden frame with cinder blocks. Cinder blocks are very heavy. Each is about 35 pounds. Thank you to my husband put all these blocks together for me to save some money. We combined these 2 garden beds to one. These cinder blocks will last forever. If you are new to garden, want to save some money, use the cinder blocks is the best option. Number 8, water and harvest your vegetables daily if needed, so your vegetables are young, fresh, and tender. Especially okra, you almost need to harvest them every day. I have been wasting lots of food from my garden because I don't have time to come to my garden to harvest every day. This watermelon doesn't look too good, but I just go ahead harvest it. Oh, it has a little hole here, but I think it still can be eaten. The good ones I have harvested already. This one, I don't think they will grow bigger, so I just let them be here. And this one actually grows a little bit size. Like this one, I don't know why it turns red, but it seems they are ready. But they're pretty heavy, so I think it probably still ripe. Has some food. There's still some big one over there too. The plant's still making new watermelon. I am not waiting for this bell pepper to grow red. It has little bugs already. So that's why daily maintenance is important. Looks like they are the babies of stinky bugs. So since this plant has little bugs, I just go ahead and harvest all these peppers. Then tomorrow or this evening, I will just use a wet towel to and a plastic bag to try to trap these babies, then smash them through into trash can. By the way, zinnia is very easy to grow flower, and it ends beautiful, colorful flowers into your summer garden. So suggest you plant some zinnia. I planted my zinnia in succession. This zinnia is so beautiful. Lots of blooming. This is just from one plant here. I plant this in different time, so they are still small. So this will keep growing and make bigger plants later on and blooming more later on. Look, this zinnia plants are planted in April. By the way, in July, you can plant the cantaloupe. Look at my cantaloupe. This is the baby plants. I bought a golden cantaloupe in HEB, and the cantaloupe is so delicious. So I just put seeds into this container. And the weak ones, I just pour them out. This is the stronger ones, so I left it here. We will see if it will produce cantaloupe or not. Is it too late to start sweet potatoes? Probably not, since Houston summer is so long. So as long as you have sweet potato slips, I have a lot. You just cut little stems and then bury stems into this soil. This is the new growth. Sweet potatoes, you can eat the green leaves, stems, and later on in November or December, you can harvest the sweet potatoes. So I don't think this is too late. I just harvest them later, that's it. So you can plant some sweet potatoes even in July. More peppers here, yay. I'm not going to wait them grow too big now. Just go ahead and harvest them. Whoops, too tough, break the plants. That's fine. More jalapeno peppers. Wow, this year, lots of peppers to eat. Don't forget to harvest your herbs, lots of herbs. I don't want to have too many basil seeds, so just go ahead, cut the seeds part so it can produce more better leaf basils. It smells awesome. Too many vegetables in the garden. I can't ignore the chives, so I should cut some chives. So big. Be sure to keep one good plant for seeds. I love this amaranth, so I keep one beautiful plant, and it is grow on the corner of the garden, and it does not occupy space for seeds. Harvesting is fun. These are all the foods I harvested today. Actually, there are still lots of food in the garden, but I cannot harvest all of them. Some of them can just stay in the garden. Even watermelon. So it's a good idea to have a garden, and you can always harvest something in your garden if you want to have fresh organic food from your garden. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.